So it was a healthy, normal pregnancy and delivery. And we were actually getting ready to leave the hospital. And I had Zeke in the car seat, and I looked down and he had bile on his car seat. So I called the nurse in and just said, before we leave, I want to show you the green spit up that he has on his car seat. And so she said, well, that's probably fine, but let's call pediatrics just to be sure. They came running in and they said, wait. You have to get your baby out of the car seat. We have to rush him to radiology. There's something wrong. It's not normal for him to spit up bile like that. And so that was kind of the start of our roller coaster, really.
We were eating lunch, just down the street from the hospital, and my phone rang, and it was the surgeon, and he said, I have, bad news for you. We unfortunately weren't able to find any ganglion nerves, so he does have total intestinal aganglionosis, which means that there's no cure. It's a terminal illness, and I know this isn't the news that you wanted to hear, but this is what it is. I didn't want to tell her in the restaurant that we just got news that our son was going to die. They called a priest in.
They did call the priest in to talk to us and our family. And
then we had our priest come in, and we did a baptism in the hospital, because we were preparing for end of life.
I'll never forget, one of the options that we were given was to put him in palliative care, or in hospice, sorry.
Just keep him comfortable until he passes.
Yeah, basically let him starve to death as a baby. Another option is you could leave right now and take your baby home, and then you'll try to feed him. He'll get a blockage, his intestines will rupture, and he'll probably die from sepsis. Like, why are you telling me that's an option? He's like, well, I'm legally obligated to tell you that you have the right to do that. Like, no, let's not do that either.
So then when we get to Phoenix Children's Hospital, we're somewhat settled down. And soon after we arrived there, a doctor took us in a little consultation room, talked to us about the disease, and we asked the question, well, how long does he have to live? And she said 6 months, maybe a year.
And then it was like literally the next morning she came in and she said, your son really weighed heavy on my heart last night, and I was thinking about him a lot, so I made a few calls. I called some of my friends in Los Angeles. And it turns out that not all kids develop cirrhosis of the liver so quickly. So he might not die at 6 months of age.
We came from the initial diagnosis of, oh no, my kid's gonna have to have a poop bag on him, to, well, he might be able to live as long as being a teenager.
We quickly learned that getting him big, him growing, was one of the best things that could happen for him. Dr. McGill placed Zeke's central line, and it's in his exterior jugular, and it's a Broviac, which is a long-term IV line.
So he gets a full bag of this. Every night we hook him up. The bag is full normally, and it's got all the nutrition that he needs. So it lists it all out on there. It's like a prescription essentially. So all his vitamins and minerals. He's also hooked up to a bag of, it's called intralipids, which is basically fat. So that's how he gets all his fat, his vitamins, his nutrition.
Finally, we reached a point where the doctors were like, all right, look, do we really, if it's unlikely that he'll ever eat, what is our target before we send you guys home? Because we were starting to get antsy. We're like, wait, things aren't really changing, so why are we at the hospital? Everything that we're doing here, we can do this from home. And so they agreed.
We initially were told he would live 6 months to a year. Now he's 2.5, almost 3 years old in June. He had his preschool evaluation to see if he can go to regular preschool or a special needs preschool, and all things that we never thought we never thought that was possible.
So we feel fortunate, and
yeah.
It definitely, the tough times make you appreciate the good times for sure. What's it like to be a big brother?
It's like to be picked on with swords because he always swings at me.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Zeke?
I can't.
No, don't touch.